Hello and welcome to the WIHS Journal Public Affairs program. I'm Gerry Williams. Join me now for part 2 of my conversation with Lady Salomey of Ezra Wellness as she talks about the different types of cooking oils that are out there on the market and which ones to use, which ones not to use. That's all happening now on the WIHS Journal. It's news and public affairs. Going back to Procter & Gamble, you said that they gave a big donation to the Heart Association?
They did.
And right after that, the Heart Association did what?
So the American Heart Association was formed in 1924. And at that time, it was a small organization made up of few doctors. You know, it's like now heart issues were coming around. So it's like, let's meet and see what could be done. So they did that. And then when Procter & Gamble have this, their business now turned into oil company, gave them $1.5 million donation in 1948. Mm-hmm. And then after the donation, we realized that most of the things that they were saying kind of favor the use of their oil. So we don't know, is it because of the donation or is it because of what they have seen? You know what I'm saying? And that was when American Heart Association became like the biggest company or biggest organization, let me put it that way, and became stronger. And when you go to their website, you find it there. They say it, that they get a donation overnight and they became a big company.
So after the donation of Procter & Gamble to the Heart Association, there seemed to be favor brought to Procter & Gamble's product.
It seemed to be. When you look at the time range, and people with obesity come type 2 diabetes, and we know with everything comes with it, putting people at risk of a lot of cancers. And in the 1980s, they said that cancer was coming along. They did not know why, but when they have 3 conservative meetings in the 1980s, but they couldn't come to a conclusion why there was cancer. But the fact that black cholesterol was going down because that was their main concern, they did not focus on the other areas. So right now, fast forward onto our time, studies is proving that these vegetable oils is not the best for our health because the oil themselves, because of the way they process it, when it come out and it stays out, it oxidizes whilst it's even in the store before we get it. It's in clear bottles and everything. It's no good to begin with, and we buy it and we use it. And also, it's used everywhere. You go to restaurants, that's what we use in cooking. And everywhere you go, that is what they use. So we have become so exposed to it. And these vegetable oils contain omega-6s. And omega-6s, when you take them so much, it's like pro-inflammation. It kind of increases inflammation in the whole human body. So now, with all these and other things going on, research is showing that they did not give us the right information when they told us to eat vegetable oil, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And now the vegetable oil, when you talk about them, is so many of them. And I was looking into canola oil, which blew my mind. That canola oil was actually a thing that it was invented in Canada from the rapeseed, because the rapeseed itself contain an acid which is not good for human consumption. When you eat it in high quantity, it's not good for your health. So they made a hybrid, a GMO, and that is how the canola came about. And now, when everywhere you read, you see that it say canola oil is good for you, but to begin with, canola oil is a GMO. That is how they made it. Because Brother Gerry, I know you've been around. Have you heard of canola tree?
No. No canola trees, no.
So it's like, that is how this has come. And so now we have canola oil and they're saying it's good, but these polyunsaturated fats, they are so unstable that when you add heat and everything, it's kind of. So right now, the main thing is, and the oils that we eat, the cells in our body use it to make the cell membrane. And you know, the whole body is made up of different kinds of cells. So when you don't eat the right oil, then your cells don't have the right fat to be building the membrane. So because if the oil oxidizes when it's outside, then that means in your body, the same thing is going to happen. And you're going to going to promote aging and everything when you eat those kind of oils. So what I'm saying is that we're going back to the way that we're eating with our coconut oil, palm oil, avocado oil, and using olive oil. Because these oils, they are directly from the tree. It go through minimal processing. And this is the oils that when you use, it promotes and maximize your health.
So again, the good oils to use are?
Olive oil, and you want to go for the extra virgin, because I know they say you can't cook with olive oil, but study shows that the olive oil have chemicals in it that protect the oil. But what you want to do is that you don't want to cook it on high heat. Medium heat, make sure you warm your pan. Once it's warm, then you add your oil, and then whatever you are cooking, you add it to it. So it doesn't stay long on the stove to cook that. But if you're making something that will take you a longer time to cook, you want to go for avocado oil. And you know, with my culture and a lot of people who do frying, the best option would be for coconut oil. When you want to do deep frying. And then you could also use palm oil, which is a native of Africa. So you could use that. And I know a lot of people love to use the frying stuff, but at the end of the day, you want to keep frying a food to the minimum. You know, you want to just do maybe stir fry, saute something and things like that, but you don't want to fry so much. But if you need to fry for any reason, then you go for coconut oil.
All right. If you're just joining us, we are with Lady Salomey of Ezra Wellness, and we're talking about cooking oils. Mm-hmm. And you are in the medical profession yes.
Yes, I'm a nurse, a registered nurse, and I've been a nurse for about 13 years. Yeah. Mostly I was an LPN the longest. I recently had my RN license about 3 years ago. So, yeah, and that's like, you know, I always say, like in nursing school, they don't teach us about health. They always teach us about, you're sick, fix this. You got high blood pressure, take that. When it comes to diet, it's a few things that they talk about. Like if somebody have kidney issues, they can't eat that. Or if somebody have, but it's not like a whole thing about nutrition or how to be healthy. So these are things that I came across this book and I became so interested. And when I decided to go into it, it's like, there's a lot of material out there. There's a lot that if you want to dig into it and find out about health, it's like, it's amazing.
You have these video clips that talks about other topics, and how can people follow you?
So if anybody would like to follow me and get more information, find out about how I lost the weight and everything, it's like Ezra Wellness on YouTube. Or you could check my website at www.ezrawellness.com. And then you could find any information there, any of the videos and interesting topics. And if you want to invite me to a program or you want to get in touch, my phone number is 860-325-0441. 860-325-0441.
You know, I am very compelled to have you back because she has other topics, and I think I just want to bring her back periodically so she can help bring awareness. She's put in study, she's put in work, she's lost weight. Her husband showed me photos. He's here. We're going to have to throw him on the air one of these times, too. But I want to start off with you first. Thank you for coming and sharing on the WIHS Journal, Lady Salomey. God bless you.
Bless you too, Brother Gerry. It's nice to be here.
Amen. You just heard my conversation with Lady Salomey of Ezra Wellness. If you would like more information about what you heard today, call WIHS 860-346-1049, 860-346-1049. The opinions expressed are those of the participants, not necessarily of those of the staff or management of the station. I'm Gerry Williams for the WIHS Journal. It's news and public affairs.